Johnny Lightning car, the number 2 car, is probably one of my favorite cars in here. My partner Vel and I won the Indianapolis 500 with that particular car, with Al Unser driving in 1970, and we led 190 of the 200 axle laps.
Al's Johnny Lightning rolls onto the track. To win the pole, all he has to do is keep on doing what he's been doing.
We were on the pole with the quickest time at 170 miles an hour average at that time. Really dominated the race.
The checkered flag, the speed 170.221. With a field of the best drivers waiting, it remains to be seen if this speed will hold up for the pole position.
That car was a derivative of a 1968 four-wheel drive Lola. Was designed by Eric Broadley, very famous race car designer. Was brought over by George Bignotti, who I worked for at the time.
His car was built by George Bignotti, who engineered A.J. Foyt's 1961 winner.
Vel and Parnelli came in and talked to Al. They made a deal for him to drive Parnelli Jones racing team, and so I was next in line. They came to me. I didn't want to lose Al. Parnelli and Vel were pretty smart. They did a good deal on me. We made a deal. I sold them my car. We used that car for the following year.
His advisor is Parnelli Jones, the 1963 500 winner and car co-owner with Vel Miletich.
When we took it over, we kind of picked up a lot of the design, the same, and added some of our flavor to the car.
In 1969, we had finally figured out all our chassis problems and what were the weaknesses and so on and so forth. And the car really came alive. We won several races with that car.
Seemingly without effort, the speed climbs to 171.3 miles per hour, unofficially. Ironically, it's Joe Leonard, his teammate, whose record of 171.9 he seeks to break. Leonard established this in a turbine car in qualifying for the 1968 race.
Also in that year, we built another Johnny Lightning car, number 15, for Joe Leonard to drive, because he was contracted to drive the 2 500s that year. Even though Joe was extremely competitive in the 1970 Indy 500, he made a slight mistake in the fact that he accidentally cut the ignition switch off, but didn't realize it, and fell out of the race.
He had these big racing gloves on, and it hit the switch and killed the engine. And he didn't know that he had hit the switch.
Later, when we found out what the reason was, Vel and Parnelli felt so bad for Joe that he was allowed to race at the Milwaukee 150 the next weekend, and justice was served because Joe won that race, and we were all very, very happy for Joe. Consequently, we changed the switch position from the right-hand side of the dashboard to the other side of the dashboard, whereby that would never happen again.
First, Johnny Rutherford moves to the front, but only for a moment. Al Unser takes command. The car runs good.
Parnelli was a man that knew what it was like being a race car driver. He didn't let you lack for anything on the car. And Vel was a neat gentleman. He just was a great car owner that loved to win. He was a great big gentleman.
One is the Johnny Lightning. The first year we won it, which was really a thrill, and we're just restoring the car. It had a number 2 on it, and we won it. And that's the one that I told you about, that we led 191 laps. The only time we didn't lead is when we were in the pits. This is a little explanation on the car, and there's Al Unser sitting in it. Really a super car. These both were, and we won them 2 years back to back. We won it the 3rd year, but we ran 2nd and 3rd. And we would have won it 3 years in a row.
And that's everybody's favorite. You know, that was my dad's favorite too. And you know, my dad loved Al Unser because he was easy on the cars.
Al Unser first qualified at Indianapolis in 1965. Since then, he has established one of the most impressive records in racing history.
I love racing. People here now are just understanding what we're doing and what racing is all about.
Al actually was my favorite driver.
49 laps down, time for the first of 3 scheduled pit stops. Al comes in for a total of 43 seconds. Here for the record is a winning pit stop complete. The seconds seem to drag as fuel flows into the tanks, but actually only 40 seconds elapse from pit entrance to pit exit. Unser starts out again, passing by Johnny Rutherford, also making a routine pit stop.
We put together a good combination and really was very dominant.
The checkered flag is out for Al Unser. His Johnny Lightning 500 special has gone the distance. It's a tribute to the man who built the car, to the man who taught Al Unser winning strategy, to a whole family of racers who gave him the background and courage he needed out there alone on the racetrack.
Every day at Indianapolis, we were the fastest car. We sat on the pole, won the race, 192 laps out of 200. Won several races, won the championship. It was an excellent car. It was easy to work on. It was my favorite car because I was a car chief on that car. I could take it apart and put it together in my sleep.
To that obscure crewman who had the nitpicking job of seeing to it that every little bolt was tight, every nut was in place. For from such small details comes success.
Sometimes you get ugly cars that win, but in this case, we got a very beautiful one that win. That car was the first car that they built from scratch, and it won the national championship and it won the Indy 500.
We had a great driver to drive the car. We were extremely successful with the Johnny Lightning car in 1970, and as I said, it's my all-time favorite car.
Al Unser has won the 1970 Indianapolis 500. First of all, can you put your reactions to that great achievement into words, and are they any different than you thought they might be?
Well, Jim, I really don't know if it's really true yet or not. I'm so excited right now that I think it'll probably take me 2 or 3 days to really get a hold of myself, and Parnelli and my wife keep telling me that I won it, so maybe I can get over it.
Sitting next to Wanda is the last man able to win the pole and the race on the same day. Owner of the car, Parnelli Jones, congratulations again.
Well, thank you. It's really a pleasure. I'll tell you, it's just as much fun winning as a car owner as it is a driver.
You know, that being my first win as a car owner, certainly we come back in 71 and won as well. That being our first win really made an impression and made me love that particular car.